Okay, hello and welcome to the second week of the detox program, the 30-day detox program. I've been in a little bit of contact with a couple of you, and it seems like people are doing quite well. Some people are emailing me questions, and I send out the Q&A. So I feel that's working very well. I'm very happy about that. I like the. It's fun to record the videos for you and answer your questions. So what I would like to talk about today a little bit is detox symptoms, and people have asked about how to heal specific organs, and then I will also talk a little bit about herbal protocols in general, because that's like if you have something specific that you want to heal, then I will talk a little bit about that, because so first we're going to start with the detox symptoms, because now we've been going on for 1 week and people are starting to get a little bit settled, and people can start to experience a little bit of detox symptoms. And for those who wish to go deeper than the 80-20 and maybe transition all to fruit, or maybe try a little bit of the fasting, even if it's juice or master cleanse or whatever, you might start experiencing some detox symptoms. And I just want to talk a little bit about that, because it's very important to know that it's nothing dangerous. And many people some people who are on this detox journey, they do it to improve their health significantly. Some people do like a couple of days of cleansing just to feel a little bit refreshed, to reset, or some people do it before the wedding day, just to get like into the wedding dress, or some people do it just a couple of days to do a reset. But people who use detox for specific health reasons, and more like the long term and the lifestyle, like I am, the detox symptoms are also a result of like hard work. It's a ticket that is confirming that something is really happening, because the detox symptoms are the body's way to clean out the toxins. So, for instance, as I write I'm not going super deep. The book is it's a lot of pages, but there's so much information that is not in there, and we could go into depth about how the body works. And there's the body is truly a magnificent machine that has so many different components that are working together, and the different organs and the different glands, and it's just amazing. And it's really easy to see what organ is not functioning properly based on the symptoms that you have, or how your body is doing, and things like that. So the detox symptoms, for instance, the lymphatic system is something that we want to move, like the sewage system it's like the garbage truck. It's like the lymphatic system picks up all the waste, the cellular waste, and the toxins, the things that the body wants to get rid of. And they, like easily explained, the lymphatic system goes through the whole body, and they bring all the toxins to the kidneys, and the kidneys start to filter, hopefully. That's why it's so important to check if your kidneys are filtering or not. And so the lymphatic system is not moving by itself. We have to help it move. So any kind of exercise, and there's tons of different things that you can help to the lymphatic system to move. But when the body starts to function and you start to detox, the lymphatic system starts to move a little bit. And that's when you can experience like a sore throat. That's when your lymphatic system is moving. And if you experience flu or cold-like symptoms with like a runny nose or like like blowing your nose a lot, and that's just mucus. The body is trying to get rid of a lot of mucus that has been stuck in the system. And the reason why it's stuck in the system is because we're very acidic. And when you're acidic, you're dehydrated. And it doesn't really matter how much water you drink, because it's not that kind of dehydration. It's like you're dehydrated on the inside because your environment on the inside is acidic. So when the body starts to release this mucus, then you know that the body is starting to hydrate again, because then it's this dried up mucus is starting to get a little bit moist, and the body can start to work it out, and then you can start to cough or many different things. So it's nothing dangerous. It's more that the body is trying to work out how to get rid of it, and not only through the elimination systems. I mean, also through the stomach and the colon, we release a lot of toxins, but mainly it goes through the kidneys. So if you decide to go a little bit deeper, then don't be afraid of these symptoms, because they are most likely quite mild. And if they are intense, they usually go away after a couple of days. And I've been detoxing a lot now these last couple of years, and I've had quite severe detox symptoms, but it's like I know what it is, and I trust the body, and I allow the body to and I work with the body. If I'm tired, then I rest. If I have a light fever, then I just go to bed, and I don't do anything like straining for the body. It's like I just give it, because the body knows exactly what it wants to do, so it will communicate with you. So just follow that rhythm. And I've been also extremely tired at times. I had severe stomach cramps, severe, and I just go with it. I had like urine tract infections, started flaring up in the beginning I was so not afraid, but it was so painful. And then I remember this one time, and it's like I was in so much pain, and then I realized, wow, this is just a detox symptom, because I was thinking, oh, I need to go to the pharmacy and get antibiotics and blah blah blah, just like all kinds of talk in my head. And then I just realized, like, wow, this is just a detox symptom, and I just have to allow the body to work through this. And the second I thought that, and I just changed my whole mindset, and I just felt, okay, I need to work with the body. The body is trying to release something. No, I was too tense, and I was holding. It's like I was resisting all this pain, and then all of a sudden I started to work with the body, and then it was like a switch. And then 10 minutes later, the pain stopped, and the body worked through it. And then I had like mild, so it kind of peaked, and then the next time I went deep, I had a little bit and a little bit. So now I know that was a healing process. So when you go and have antibiotics in that situation, you just push the detox down, and you push it further inside of your system. And Yeah, so don't be afraid of the detox symptoms. And if you experience something that is highly, highly uncomfortable, and you get strong, because what happens is that we get afraid or we get strong emotional reactions, and then observe that emotional reaction and try to see, why am I afraid? What am I afraid of? But if you feel like it's going too deep, you just back off a little bit. You just, if you're fasting on the master cleanse, you can just start doing a little bit of watermelon and start eating a little bit of fruit, or it's like you just back off a little bit. So, and then I had that the other day. I was doing the grapefruit juice. No, grape juice. Grape juice. And I've never done a grape juice fast, and I've heard that it's super intense. And I did it for 3 days, and then my kidneys started hurting a lot, and I was pulling too much toxins faster than the kidneys could filter. So then I backed off a little bit, because I felt for the first time ever that I was like, wow, this is really uncomfortable, and I want to not stress the kidneys too much. So I backed off a little bit. So now I do juice during until 12, and then I do fruits in the lunch and in the dinner. So yeah, that's that about detox symptoms, and they can come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and I wrote a little bit about that in the book, so you can just take a look. And if you have any questions about detox symptoms, just write me and I will answer. Great. And then we have the question of how to heal specific organs. Well, the body is one unit, so if we detox, we heal everything. And the beauty of the body is that the body decides what it wants to heal first, so the body will prioritize. So I've had low, like hypothyroidism, and so with the detox, I can't just say that, oh, I only want to heal the thyroid, because that's not how it works. The body will heal whatever it wants to heal, and something can go faster or slower or whatnot. So with that said, there is possibilities to help different organs, but the diet is always key. So if you want to heal the organs, you start with a diet, and if you want to go faster, you go deeper. But mainly the general direction is fruits. So fruit is your absolute best friend. You cannot eat too much of it. It's amazing to heal the body. So if you only stick to the fruits and you do it long term, you will heal eventually. But if you want to go deeper, you can do a little bit of fasting, make sure that your kidneys are filtering, and make sure that you don't stress your body too much by going too deep and too far. But otherwise, I've used fasting a lot to kind of boost the system and help it heal a little bit faster. But what you can do is to do different herbal protocols. So there's plenty of herbs out there that are good for specific organs, that are helping and boosting the organs to be stronger and happier and to heal. So there is plenty of people who are producing different kinds of pills, blends, tinctures, all kinds of things to help the body heal faster. And I can put together, so I had a couple of questions about herbal protocols. So I'm thinking that I will put together like an overview of different kinds of herbs that I've been using a lot of herbs, and it's fantastic. It works amazing. And there, my detox teacher, DrMorse, he has his own tincture line and herbal line with formulas, and they are specifically created for individual organs. Like you have kidney, you have many different kidney ones, and you have to move the lymphatic system, you have for liver, you have for pancreas, you have for thyroid, all kinds of stuff. And so they are available in the United States. They do not ship to Thailand, unfortunately, but there is an Australian company that ships to Thailand, and they have not all of his herbs, but most of them. So I order from there. If you are in Sweden, you can also order from this Australian company. They also have one branch in the UK, I think, and I'm not sure if you can import to Sweden from the United States. There's some countries that are a little bit tricky to import herbs to, but there is ways to get those. So they are amazing. They work tremendously. So when you add those tinctures into your protocol, your detox symptoms will probably get stronger. I have one customer now that we just added. He's been on fruits and juices for a couple of months now, and we started adding in the tinctures, the formulas, and the detox symptoms just came like just straight away. Stomach pain, light fevers, everything. And he has the lymphatic formula, and when that starts to move, then you will start feeling those detox symptoms, but they usually go away after a couple of days. But it's a great feeling to get those detox symptoms. It's a very particular feeling. So I've been using a lot of those tinctures, herbs and tinctures, but they are quite expensive. So in the long run, as I'm doing, I want to heal long term. So I want to use a lot of herbs. So of course I live in Thailand, so there's plenty of herbs available here, plenty. But it's a little bit tricky to figure out what. I mean, some things are obvious, but I'm putting in quite a lot of effort to find good herbs locally here that I can use for me and the people I work with. So I've been starting to. I have some herbs. I'm going to start my own herbal line, so to speak. I'm going to sell herbs to people who wants to have, because it's quite. Yeah, it's not super easy to find exactly what to use and when. So when it comes to detox and healing, then I already have some. So I will include all of that in the overview, and there is I have the one for the candida and parasites, and they are super popular. So when I realized that I had candida and really wanted to do a protocol, I realized that okay, I need herbs, because I was on the fruits only for 5 months, and that didn't take care of the candida at all. So I realized that okay, I have to do the herbal protocol, and then I just ordered from all kinds of places. I ordered locally. I ordered from DrMorse, and they take like 3 to 6 weeks sometimes to arrive, and you also, with customs and stuff, it's like you don't know 100% that you will get them and when. And then I ordered from the States some other stuff, and the local herbs, for sure, they arrived first, and they were also like way cheaper than the others. And so, but I didn't have much hope for the local ones. I don't know why. I was just like, okay, I start with this. They came first. So I did a month of protocol, and wow, I got so fantastic results. And so yeah, I've been using them for a long time, and I've been helping others to order, and now I ask them if I could for wholesale, and they said yes. So I have those herbs here, and then I've also found other parasitic great herbs that I have in my So it's totally doable to do it, especially if you're here in Thailand. I could probably ship internationally also if there's someone who is interested in that. I need to check it out. But if people are interested, then of course I will check it out. So yes, so that's about that. If anyone has questions about this, please unmute yourselves. Otherwise, I can unmute Missy. And me, you can unmute yourself if you are done and you can talk.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon and good morning.
Okay, so do you have any questions about the detox symptoms or the herbs, the protocols?
No,
No?
not that much. I feel like I'm fairly in control, and I've actually felt pretty good. I haven't had that, just like a little bit dizzy and just, fairly basic stuff,
Yeah. I mean, you've been here also and you've been going deep one time with these things before, so you're accustomed to the experience.
Yeah,
which is very
I feel like I have it fairly under control, and I've been eating a little bit of cooked food as well, not that much, but like 80-20, so I haven't gone like that deep yet, but I felt mostly good, just light symptoms.
So when you're on the 80-20, there is, I mean, it depends on how toxic you are and what kind of lifestyle you are coming from, but it's most likely it takes a little bit more to really experience deep detox symptoms. But I mean, with that said, we've had people here who are just started to detox after 24 hours, just starting on the raw food. And so right now we're not serving any cooked food at all here at the house. But when we did, people also came in and just started to eat our vegan, gluten-free, and no sugar and organic food, and they started to have detox symptoms. They started like vomiting and so anything can happen. But then it lasts for like one night, and then the body is very efficient in.
I think next week I'm gonna go deeper, I think, and like I've just had a little bit of, I've had like some tofu one evening, and then I've had like a little bit of cooked quinoa basically with my like raw salad at the end of the night, but that's it that I've had, and that's worked good for me. And since I don't have that, since I still feel quite fine, I think I'll be ready to like do mostly fruits next week and only raw food.
Nice.
I wanted to like chill into it, not so I wanted to be like a little bit in control.
Yes, I mean that's a perfect way to do it, because I mean when people come here to the house, that most of the time they are very focused and they prioritize doing the detox, and then they are also taken care of here, so it's much more different than doing it in your regular life, start eating fruit.
Exactly, where the vibration already is like so much lower as well. You're not exactly like lifted up by your surroundings.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's good to ease into it, most definitely.
Yeah. They want to do it in like a sustainable way, so they don't like
Yes.
have to just like freak out because I get super deep, because then I just think I would, just be like, no, like I just want to take it like slow.
Yes. And some people, they eat raw food or fruits on the weeks, and then they fast for the weekend, because that's when they feel like they can handle whatever comes up, and they feel like I don't have to go to work, or I don't have to, or yeah, if you have days off, other days of the week as well.
Yeah.
So it's about surfing the waves and going up and down.
Yes, books.
Yes. So Lou, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier about what to eat.
Yeah.
And just to come back to what you said, that it's about, I don't really know what to eat. It feels like I eat the same thing all the time. And I have to be honest, I mean, that's, for some people, well, I'm one of those. I eat the same thing all the time because I'm a very practical person, and I just like things to be very easy. And I just love that with the detox, that it's possible to, with not a lot of preparation, you can focus on other things during the detox. And so that it's nothing wrong with eating the same things as long as you feel fine with it. But then we have, on the other way,
right,
people who are just like, I go crazy, I have to taste something different. And then they start to experiment with all this raw food, all the recipes, because there's a million recipes out there, and it's so easy to make. So if you feel like you want to experiment and eat something else, it's very, very easy to do that.
okay, yeah. I'm feeling like sometimes I just like, I like salad, so I just stick with this one, and I'm not changing so much. But
Yeah.
because I don't like to cook much, so I'm like, okay, we'll just go with this one.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's working for you?
Yeah, I've been like eating like salad and the fruit for a long time, and then I think it's okay. But I still not seeing. I'm not sure, like, because I eating this for a long time. I'm not sure like I can see my detox symptom is happen or not, because.
Did you quit your coffee?
What do you think? I will see it or not.
Yeah, you just quit your coffee, right?
I didn't drink it. Yeah.
So when
Mm-hmm.
it's like quitting coffee is a perfect example of a detox symptom. I mean, most people that I work with, they know how it feels to stop drinking coffee, because you will get this headache for a couple of days and then it passes. So the headaches is a detox symptom of the body reducing, and also this that it's a little bit addictive, the coffee, in many different ways. So if you decide to go deeper, then you would probably start to feel a little bit of detox symptoms.
Hello.
Yeah.
I had a question about fasting.
Yeah.
I want to start it, but I'm not sure like if I do drink coconut water, is that possible?
Yes, definitely.
Because it's easy to find.
Yes, and it's very, very nutritious, and it's very hydrating. So, but if you decide to fast on only coconut water, you have to make sure you drink enough. So just having a couple of coconuts, during the day will not be enough. So you will have to drink a lot of coconuts during the day, especially since you work a lot. I know you do. And
I cannot hear you there.
Yeah.
I think my connection is not good. I didn't hear you well.
Okay. No, just make sure you drink a lot of coconuts.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
don't
Like a lot of
to make sure that it will not be enough to have one coconut in the morning and then one at lunch and then one in the evening, because if you go like that for a couple of days, then you will go very deep in your detox. I mean, you can do that, but then you're closer to dry fasting, and it's going a little bit too deep too fast, I would say.
Okay.
So if
maybe one day, and then eat at
definitely
dinner.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
You can go with the coconuts during the day and then eat.
Maybe two. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Especially on the weekend, if you if it's only for one day, you can do it anyway you like. But the master cleanse is very easy for the fasting. If you want to fast, then you want something that's convenient, then I would say the master cleanse is very, very good for that, because it's extremely easy to prepare, and you can just make a couple of bottles and bring with you during the day. Yeah, I think you maybe not hear me too well, but you can listen to the recording after, and I can make sure to get the right information. And if you need help with the master cleanse, I can help you with that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Do you have any more questions? Evelyn,
I think I will email you later when I have something.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Evelyn, do you have any questions? If you do, you can just write it in the chat, or I can take it later and do the Q&As.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because my connection is not always that great, so this is why I didn't get it right when you asked about the questions. No, I'm still, the craving is my biggest problem, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, even when I eat banana, I don't like too much banana, but other sweet fruits, it's still the craving, and the chewing gums, because my mouth is bored. But otherwise,
yeah.
But otherwise, I would say I eating almost only raw. And
Very
when
good.
I really feel, today it need to be something like how you say, cooked, then I do. But I wouldn't say it's 20.
No.
It's just when I feel for it, then I do, and otherwise I really just eat what comes to my hand. With the vegetables, I'm not too sure about the raw thing, so I'm still a little bit like raw pumpkin or raw cauliflower. I mean, I just don't know about it too much, so
yeah,
I'm still a little bit cautious. But with fruit and with other vegetables, I know I'm like trying different things.
Yeah. So I know a little bit about your history, and I think that you would benefit a lot from sticking with the fruits. So, and also you and I have been talking a little bit about the cravings, you and me, and the cravings are most likely the candida. And that you can use the fruit, like a fruit diet, and a herbal protocol for that.
I think.
Yeah. I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I will put together a protocol for the candida, and for those who want, can buy the herbs as well. And I will put together a separate protocol for that, with some extra information and more. It's a little bit if you're going to go to clean out the candida, then I would suggest a monthly protocol with the herbs, and also maybe being a little bit more strict with the food while you clean it out, because what you want to not feed the candida as you're trying to get rid of it, because then you're just in this loop, and for me that's the point, you know. And the cravings,
no, this I'm aware of.
So I will.
The thing is, this is perfect. The thing is, I felt really like weak, I would say, a couple of days, and then really one evening I just needed to eat bread. It was like I couldn't like sit quiet with the fruit or whatever. It really was like, oh my god, and then I allowed myself to eat it. I just want to try out, and I have to admit, the next day I felt with more energy, and I was like, was I now too low on calories, or was it like a detox symptom?
Yes,
because
it was a detox symptom. So what happens?
I think I was not too low in calories, because I ate so many things, but just the craving for this bread and just a little bit, and then I felt much better. I was like, this could be a symptom, right?
So what happens is, if you have the candida and you start to detox, the candida starts to die. And when they die, they release these poisons that makes your craving skyrocket. So it makes it almost unbearable to resist those cravings. And that's why I use the herbs to make the process a little bit faster. The cravings will still be there, but it will go away. But you have to stick it out. And what you did with the bread, so it's like, oh, give me bread, or give me pasta, or give me sugar, or give me candy, or give me this, or give me that. So what happens is, the bread is sugar. So you fed the candida, and that's why it stopped. So they said, okay, we can survive for another couple of days now. So now we're fine. So then the craving stops, and then you get the energy from the sugar, and and then the detox also stops when you eat the bread. So that's why you start feeling better. So
of course, but I was wondering why the sugar from the fruit is so much different than the little bit of bread I was eating.
Because the bread is complex sugars and the fruit is simple sugars. So the candida doesn't eat the simple sugars; it only eats the complex sugars. So the complex sugars
this you wrote.
Yes, it's in it's in sugar, it's in pasta, it's in bread, all kinds of stuff. But the fruits, they're not really interested in. They don't feed off of that. It's more that the fruit is cleaning out the whole system. So the parasites and candida, they love this highly acidic environment and feed off all the candy and the sugar and the processed foods and high fat and all of this. And they are just having a party in your intestines. Yes. And then when you only start eating the fruit, it's like someone crashes the party. It's like turn off the music, turn on the lights, and starts saying you have to go home. And they don't want that. So then the fruits are perfect for clearing out the candida, but it can be challenging if the overgrowth is high. But I just have to tell you that it's worth it.
But do you recommend only fruit or also raw vegetables?
You can eat. I mean, fruit is always stronger than the vegetables, because the vibration is higher. So, and the energy that the body needs to spend to break down to digest is lower. So it's like higher frequency,
That's
less
true, yeah.
maintenance for the body. That's why they are superior. But if you want to, you also, the most important thing is that you stay in the detox. And if fruit is going too deep for people, then it's better to eat a little bit of raw food than not doing it at all. So there's nothing wrong with the vegetables.
Yeah, of
Only
course.
the detox will go a little bit slower. And together with the herbal protocols, if you decide to do that for the candida and the parasites, you can do it with raw food as well. Just make sure that it's not like, then you need to stay away from like avocados, like high fats, like no oils, no nuts, no seeds. But you can definitely have like a green salad with your favorite vegetables on top. That's absolutely no problem. So it's totally doable.
But then you would skip also the chia and the oat and everything, right?
Yes, I would say that oats you should skip anyway, because that's not raw. Chia is better, but it's still, but I mean, a little bit of chia is fine as long as you, it's like, it's how much of everything.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's we can work that out.
How fast and how deep I want to go.
Yes, and we don't know. It's like one of the most common questions in detox is, how long does a detox take? And nobody knows, because we can't look inside. It's like we can't get it's about how acidic you are, or how acidic I am, and what we have done in life previously. And it's about genetics, and it's like, it's impossible to know how fast the candida will die off. And for some people it takes a very long time, and for some people they get results very fast. But it's more about starting and then getting the results and the benefits, and realizing, okay, I can do this. And then you take it like one step at a time. So I would definitely recommend to start 1 month and see how you feel. Okay, do we have any more questions?
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question, and it's about salt.
Yes.
Like salting the foods. I looked for it in the materials. I mean, maybe you put it in the book, but I didn't see it. Like, how far? What am I supposed to do with salt? Because I like when I have like a salad or something, I squeeze some lemon juice on it, and I like to put some herbal salt on it.
Yeah.
Like, how restrictive should I be with salt, and how does salt come into the whole equation?
So if you have a salt craving, that means that your adrenals are low.
Okay.
I am a salt junkie. I'm not that keen on the sugar, but the salt is like, it's been taking me a long time. But once I started to heal the candida, then the salt craving actually started to go down also. So now I'm much more sensitive, but I still like my salt. The thing is that it's about balance, and it's about what is the main priority. And if you want to heal your system, then I would definitely be really, really careful with the salt. And I would use only very good salts, like Himalayan pink salt would probably be the even DrMorse, he says that you can use a little bit. And in the detox, like raw food community, people are using a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. But that's also for people who are using the raw food as a lifestyle. So it's about, so me, I'm doing it as a lifestyle, but I'm so determined to heal. And I mean, I went outside and had dinner outside yesterday, and it was only raw food, but still they use salt. So today I'm bloated in my face, and it's like the ring is like tight and leaves a mark. So instantly the body reacts to it, and I don't feel good. So I'm doing this like quite deep and quite much, so I can feel the difference straight away. And I feel like, okay, no, that's why I decided that I will go all fruit for a year. But because I really want to heal this once and for all. So, but later I will definitely have the raw food as my lifestyle, and then I will incorporate a little bit of salt because it makes everything tasty, and it will be possible for me to do the raw food for a long time.
Yeah.
But if you're going deep for a shorter period of time, I would suggest to remove it, because the more you remove, you will also see how it affects you once you start to incorporate it back.
Yeah,
but again, it's if some people do the 80-20, and if your diet is impeccable and you have a little bit of salt, I mean, if that makes it bearable, then it's like a balance. It's like what?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But of course, no salt would be
the optimal
best
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Great. Or sad.
I know.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do this 30 days and do it quite deep, and you get great results, and if you start going to the fruits and you do it, incorporate a little bit of fasting, then for me it's only interesting with salt as long as I'm doing the raw food. So when I'm on fruits, I don't really think about the salts because I'm focusing on the fruits.
Yeah.
So if you're doing this 30 days quite deep and focus on maybe going mostly towards the fruits, and then when you end the 30 days, hopefully you will start to incorporate more fruits and raw foods in your everyday life, and you start bringing the salt back, maybe you will use a little bit less.
Yeah.
So the whole point is to finish these 30 days with a balance that is doable for you, and then incorporating more of that. It's like, oh, I can do this in my life, I can, and then that the result is that your overall lifestyle is a little bit healthier. That's the goal.
Yeah. It's really interesting because I'm exactly like you. I'm not that much for sweet stuff at all. I'm just a very salty person.
Yeah. So most likely your adrenals are a little bit stressed. We talked about that before. So that's
sweet. Thank you so much.
Sweet. Yes, thank you. Okay. Maida just showed up. I will add her. Hello. Hey, we're just finishing off.
Sorry.
No problem. If you have a question, I can take it, or otherwise you can watch the recording after.
Yeah, I'll probably just watch through it. Yeah, later.
Yes, of course. But if you have a question, we can do it now if you want.
I don't have anything yet.
Okay. So just watch the recording and just write me, and I'm happy to answer. I hope everyone think it works good with the Q&A videos. Okay. Then I will start editing the recording and I will send it out. And thank you so much for joining. And if you have requests for the deeper talks for next Sunday, you can write me if there's, because now we are entering into, we finished the first week, so now people most likely start to feel a little bit more comfortable. So if there are questions that that come up, and if there's areas or topics that you would like to talk about next week, just let me know and we adjust. Okay, thank you everyone, and see you next Sunday, and have a great week.
Thanks for having me for a little bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.